Good morning, children. Today, let us discuss about a coordinate bond, coordinate covalent bond. It's a bond formed between two atoms by sharing a pair of electrons provided entirely by one of the combining atom, but shared by both is called a coordinate bond or dative bond. Once again, let me read the definition. It's a bond formed between two atoms. Two atoms by sharing a pair of electrons provided entirely by one of the combined atoms. Such a bond is called a coordinate bond. I'll explain in details with examples. Okay. First, you focus on the definition. Here is a diagrammatic representation. In this, you will find an arrow sign here. You will find an arrow sign here. This arrow sign shows that shows about coordinate bond. The normal lines, you will find one line here, nitrogen and hydrogen. Here you will find three normal lines. That simple lines represents a covalent bond, whereas an arrow sign represent a coordinate bond. Let us see how coordinate bond obtains. Here is an example. First of all, let me tell you what is meant by a lone pair. The unshared pair of electrons are called lone pairs. In this structure of ammonia, you will find three lines, one here, another one here, another one here. These three lines represents three covalent bonds. So during the formation of ammonia molecule, three covalent bonds are obtained and one pair of electrons are left out. This one pair of electrons which are not shared, this unshared pair of electrons are called lone pairs. Just look at here. One pair of electrons are not taken part in bond formation. Such a pair is called a lone pair. So in ammonia molecule, one lone pair is there. Now come back to coordinate bond. Coordinate bond is formed between a donor and an acceptor. Donor is the one which gives electron, and acceptor is the one which receives the electron. And finally, coordinate bond is formed. Still, things may not be clear for you. This donor should have a lone pair. Just see here. Here you will find just under polar covalent bond, I have written in bracket having lone pair. So polar covalent bond should have a lone pair. Then only coordinate bond will take place. Just let us come to a real example. The first one is formation of hydronium ion. Hydronium ion's formula is H3O plus. This hydronium ion is obtained by combining water molecule with an H plus ion. Hydronium ion contains 3 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atoms, and hydronium ion can be obtained by the combination of water and H plus. Now let us see how it happens. Here is a structure of a water molecule. In water molecule, oxygen is combined with 2 hydrogen atoms by sharing 2 pair of electrons. 2 pairs of electrons are shared, and you will find lone pairs also here. Lone pair means unshared pair of electrons. You will find 2 lone pairs. You will find here 2 lone pairs. That means these 4 electrons are not taken part in any bond formation. Now such a polar covalent compound is going to combine with an ion. This covalent compound is called a donor and H plus is called acceptor. And now look at the right side. In this case you will find 3 bonds. Here you will find one covalent bond. Covalent bond means electrons are shared by both atoms. Oxygen की तरफ से एक गया है, हाइड्रोजन की तरफ से भी एक आया है. And this side also you will find another covalent bond in which each atoms shared equal number of electrons. Whereas look at the right side. This right side, these 2 electrons are purely donated by the oxygen. That means electrons are given from one side. Such a bond is called a coordinate bond. Coordinate bond is represented by an arrow sign. That arrow sign clearly shows that electrons are donated from one side. One side. Such a bond is called a coordinate bond. Just see here. The oxygen atom in water molecule contains a lone pair which is called a donor. The hydrogen ion accepts the lone pair and which is called an acceptor and forms finally a coordinate bond. We have one more example here. There is a formation of ammonium ion. In this formation, NH3 is going to combine with the H plus. NH3 is called a donor, H plus is called a acceptor. Here is a structure. Structure is very clearly given here. In this structure, you will find one covalent bond here, another covalent bond, third one NH3, and this NH3 is having a lone pair here, and it is going to combine with H plus, and H plus is not having a single electron. And move to the right side you will find again one covalent bond here, the same structure, no difference, another covalent bond, third covalent bond, and here you will find 2 electrons. These 2 electrons are the lone pairs donated by nitrogen. This nitrogen atom donated those 2 electrons, donated in the sense shared. Both are making use of those 2 electrons. That is why here that bond is represented with an arrow sign. That means those 2 electrons are used to by both the atoms but donated from one side, given from one side. Such a bond is called a coordinate bond. So here you will find nitrogen atom in ammonia contains a lone pair which is called a donor. The hydrogen ion accepts the lone pair which is called an acceptor. So in ordinary covalent bond, electrons are shared between 2 atoms and each atom contributes 1. Whereas in a coordinate bond, the electrons are, just come back to the definition, the electrons are provided entirely by one of the combining atom. Electrons are given by one atom and shared by both. Such a bond is called a coordinate bond. I think it is somewhat clear for you children. Thank you.